But the Federal Reserve is announcing their second rate cut of the year tomorrow, fam. And if you're keeping your money in a regular savings account, you are literally about to lose money, especially you're losing money every single day. Because here is what I'm noticing in reality. Your bank is paying you about 0.4% on your savings, while inflation is eating away at 3 to 4% on your purchasing power. So literally you are going backwards. So in the next 15 minutes, I'm showing you exactly where to move your money, whether you should refinance your mortgage, and a simple phone call that could save you thousands on your credit cards. Because I know some of you all still got your credit cards. All right. So I want to get into it. As you all know, every time I come on live, I like to show you where am I pulling my information from. So let me pull this up so you all can see it. Let me show my screens and let me pull up my window and we're going to have a conversation. All right, so let me go to over here to screen 2. As you all can see, y'all listen. How Fed rate cuts affects your bank accounts, loans, credit cards, and investments. This came out today at this afternoon. But as you can see right here, the Federal Reserve is expected to announce its second rate cut of the year on tomorrow morning, Wednesday. If Wall Street predictions of 3 rate cuts before the end of the year holds true, that will be down. That will be 2 down and 1 to go. And so this article really broke down exactly like how the Fed cut actually works and how this stuff impacts you. Because what I see is I see a lot of people get excited because the rates go down. But on today, I really want to educate you on how. Like I want to educate you on exactly what's happening. So let's talk about this, right? And I'm going to be looking over here for my chat section, but I'm trying to move quickly so I can get y'all in and out. It is evening time. I know y'all got to get to your children, get them situated, but I want to give you this information. All right. So what does a Fed rate actually, well, what does a Fed cut actually mean specifically for you and I, average everyday people, right? So when the Fed cuts rates, banks pay you less on your deposits. It's that simple. I'm going to say that one more time. When the feds cut the rates, when the rates go down, banks pay you less on your deposits. It's that simple. So tomorrow's announcement will be the second cut of 2025. And Wall Street is predicting one more before the end of 2025. So that would be 3 total rate cuts within this specific year. And so what I want to do real quick is break down the actual damage, right? So we always get excited about the positive. Oh, the rates go down. But let me educate you on the negative side of this thing so you're educated. The very first thing is our checking accounts. Checking accounts are paying an average of about 0.07%. That's 7 cents per $100 per year. You might as well, some would say, keep it underneath your mattress with that rate because it's not really doing anything. Now, a regular savings account are barely paying you about 0.40%. On $10,000, that's $40 a year. Meanwhile, inflation is eating 3 to 4%. But here's what I believe most people do not know. High yield savings accounts are still paying near 4 to 4.5 to 5%. So Anthony, what's the problem? Well, these rates are dropping with every Fed cut. And there's one more cut coming before the end of the year. So every single day you wait to get into, a high yield savings account, every single day you wait to get into an investment account, these rates go lower. That's why acting right now matters. Before tomorrow's announcement and before that final cut. This is why I say, you got about to like November 7th, right? Because when they make this announcement tomorrow, depending on how much it is, we're going to see high yield savings accounts go down. We're going to see investments accounts, some of them go down. We're going to see a lot of things go down because the rates are going down, right? So where is a smart money? Where should you pretty much? Well, how do I say this? How do I say this? Where would you say? All right, where would you say individuals like myself who are smart with money? Where are we moving our money right now? Well, I just actually opened up two more high yield savings accounts because they're still paying close to 4%. But you have to actively look for them. Your regular bank isn't going to tell you about these because they want to pocket your money inside their accounts. So let me show you the math on $10,000 just so you understand this, right? Regular savings account at 0.40%, you make $40 per year. High yield savings account at 4%, you make $400 per year. That's $360 in free money you're leaving on the table just by being lazy with where you park your cash. And listen, I'm not talking about risky investments. No, these are all a high yield savings account. I only want you to open up one that has FDIC insured, just like your regular savings account. Same safety, 10 times the return. So here's what you need to do. First, search for a high yield savings account tonight online. Look for ones that pay anywhere between 3.5% or higher right now. Second, check the fine print. Make sure there are no monthly fees. There are no minimum balance required, right? And it is easy to transfer back into your primary checking account. Third, I need you to open the account tonight. Most of these accounts can be opened within a matter of 5 to 10 minutes online. You can simply do it from your phone. Fourth, link it to your current bank and transfer your emergency fund and any cash you're keeping liquid into that specific account. Now, if you have more than $10,000 sitting around, I really need you to consider a high yield savings account. I'm not even playing with you. All right. These are so important. As a matter of fact, I want to come over here. How many of you all, and be honest with me, y'all, how many of you actually have a high yield savings account? Let me know. How many of you actually have a high yield savings account? How many of you like, you know what, Anthony? I do not have a high yield savings account, but I want to get one before the rates goes down. Like we got to be very honest here. Okay. I don't want you to miss out on money because this is how the middle class, this is how the average people, and I'm average, right? This is how we miss out on money because we don't move at the right time. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, Candace, I need you to open one tonight. All right. I In the article, let me put this article inside the chat so y'all can see it. In the article, it literally says specifically, I need you to rate shop, right? Tonight. Like rate shopping really pays off. It's inside the article. Let me put it inside the chat for you. Here is the what's this Yahoo Finance article. Yahoo Finance article. So while everyone's getting excited about the rate cut possibly going down, we also have to make sure that we understand, okay, while this is a positive in certain areas, where is it going to impact me from a negative perspective? And how do I take advantage of see, this is when I try not to be a preacher, y'all. This is when I try not to be a preacher. Where everyone was complaining about the high rates, I was honestly trying to look at the positive. Okay, rates are high, so that means interest rates are high. Okay, wait, that means you got to pay me more of my money sitting in accounts. Wait a minute. Let me start opening up accounts. Okay, rates are going down. Okay, wait. You were paying me more over here. How is this going to impact me over here, the negative? And let me see how I can fix it. All right? So the article specifically that I just put inside the chat, and I'll put it inside the show notes for those watching the rerun, it says rate shopping really pays off, especially as interest rates move lower. So don't just go with the first option tonight. Spend 15 minutes comparing because that 15 minutes could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And honestly, I actually have one. Do I have one? Yeah, I do have one. Have we updated it? Yes, we have updated it. Okay. So I've updated the links today with the correct with the current interest rate. So SoFi is offering 4.5%. Barclays is offering, what's this, 3.9%. Bread Savings, y'all, is offering 4.20%. What do I like about SoFi is that SoFi is going to come with an actual checking account. So let's say if you move your money into the high yield savings, you get the 4.5% APY. Let's say you have an emergency. Now what you could do is that you can transfer the money into your SoFi checking account, and it comes with a debit card. So now you don't have to wait for that money to transfer back to your accounts, which typically takes 24 to 48 hours. But the plus about SoFi, you can have it within 24 seconds. All right. So, excuse me. I swallowed down the wrong hole. So here you go. Open high yield savings. So, and listen, don't just take mine. You know what I'm saying? Like this doesn't pay me. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like go do your research. But these are my top three, right? These are my top three accounts. I put it inside of the show notes. I want you to check it out, but I also want you to do your own research and see if you can find something better that fits you. But I personally use SoFi and I use Barclays. Because I have two different accounts and I just opened up one with Bread Savings. I'm not even gonna lie, when I saw this article that the rates are about to go down, I jumped on to Bread Savings because they're offering 4.2%. All right. Now, I want to talk mortgages because I know this is what a lot of you all are wondering about. Some of you all have a mortgage, some of you all want to buy a home. And the question that I keep getting is when are mortgage rates going back down to 3%, 4%? For those of you all who have a mortgage right now, put your interest rate inside of the chat if you're watching this live for me. Put your interest rate inside because here's the truth. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me pull this up. Put your interest rate inside of the chat for me. Yeah, put your I want to know. 3.4%. Okay, okay. Ally Bank. Okay. Ooh, Tabitha got 2.85%. Tabitha, when did you get your rate? 6.5%. Ooh, that's high. 6.2%. 4.5. That's high. Okay, we got a lot of twos. Ooh, fives. Ugh. 3.7, 3.1, 2.6. We got, ooh, unfortunately, 7%, my God. God, duh. Ah! Tony said her son is at 6%. Rosie, what it do? 0%. She said I got it paid for. Yo, I ain't mad at you. So here's how do I say this? Here's the truth. Here's the 100% truth. We're not going to get back down to 3% anytime soon. It's not happening. Even with the rates going down tomorrow, it's not happening. But here's the good news. Mortgage rates have dipped mostly lower since the end of May and are now at their lowest point in over like the last year, right? So here's what you need to understand. So Fed rate cuts don't directly control mortgage rates, right? Mortgage rates are more influenced by the bond market, specifically the 10-year treasury note. Okay, so I want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying here. Just because tomorrow, when we see the Feds come down, because I do predict that it will go down, we're not going to automatically see mortgage rates go down because mortgage rates again are not really directly impacted by that. It's going to really be directly impacted by the bonds, and specifically the 10-year treasury note. All right. So right now, that's hovering just over the barely under, I would say, 4%. The bond market has already priced in the expected rate cuts already. So industry and analysis from Mortgage Bankers Association and Fannie Mae are predicting mortgage rates will remain right around 6% throughout the year 2026. So some of you are asking me right now in the chat, I see. So who should refinance right now? If you're paying anywhere between 6% or higher, this could be your window. This could potentially drop your rate to right around 5.5% and save hundreds per month, depending on, right, the banks that you go with. If you're between 6.5% and 7%, you got to just run the numbers. You got to calculate your break-in even point with your closing costs. Let me say that one more time. Everyone gets excited because they can see a lower rate. But if your lower rate You got to also calculate in your closing costs as well, and make sure that you're coming out in the positive for this. Now, if you're under 6%, honestly, you're probably going to be fine. I wouldn't waste money on closing costs for a marginal improvement. If you're going to refi, have to come to the table with some money, you need to see some major differences within your payment. So here's my advice. Don't wait for rate cuts that aren't coming. If you can save meaningful money now, I want you to do it. The fantasy of 3% interest rates, that was a once in a lifetime situation. It's not the new normal anymore. It's not happening. Rates are at their lowest in over a year, currently today at the time when we're recording this live. So this might be as good as it gets for like the next few years, honestly. So you got to act accordingly. And I would encourage you. Now, let me see here. I think I have. Did I do some research? I did. I did. Okay. Let me make sure this is updated. This is okay. Yeah. This is updated. This is updated. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna come over here and give you all this information. I want y'all to go to anthonyoneal.com/home refi. That is anthonyoneal.com/home refi. What in the world? Okay, yeah. anthonyoneal.com/home refi. And what you're going to do is just click on this. I just had some families go through Rocket Mortgage, and I just had a friend go through Magnolia Bank. They actually got like a 5.2 interest rate in today's market. So that was actually not bad at all. I'll make sure to put that inside the description and the show notes. Because, I mean, if you're in the sixes, the high fives, and especially the sevens, I would definitely kick on here and see. I have heard that they are offering some 4% rates. I do not want to sit here and say that. I have not seen that myself, but I have seen them in the low fives, depending on your credit, depending on how much money you come to the table with. And also keep in mind, y'all, you could do a buy down program, like a points buy down. You can give them more money to buy your interest rate into the fours and sometimes into the threes, depending on how much you can come to the table with. All right, so I just want to be honest there. Any questions about this, y'all? Any questions about this? Any questions? All right, cool. I just want to make sure that we are what we're getting this, man. All right, let's talk about credit cards. Let's talk about credit cards, man. This is the last thing I want to give you all. Then I'm gonna get up out of here. All right. I'm gonna give you a hack that takes 5 minutes and could save you thousands of dollars. I don't do credit cards personally. All right. I don't. But credit card interest rates have exploded. They went from right around 15% in 2021 to over 21% this year. As a matter of fact, I want to see who in my community can be very honest. Who in my community, tell me what your credit card interest rate. Put it inside the chat. I'm actually going to put them up on the screen. Who's bold enough to tell me what their interest rate is? Respectfully, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell me who's bold enough to tell me what's your interest rate. I want to see. What's your interest rate right now on your credit card? Anybody got above 20%? Oh shoot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my gosh. We got 23%. Erica, 30%. Oh my gosh. 24%. 19%. 29%. 26%. Do y'all see this? Like, I'm not making this up. Like, y'all, 28.9%. Y'all, that's insane. And credit card companies are cringing. Like, they're loving these high interest rates right now, even as the Fed cuts rates. But here's the secrets bank don't advertise. You can just ask for a lower rate. Did y'all know that? Seriously, you can pick up the phone and ask them for a lower rate. I'm gonna give you the script because some of y'all ain't gonna pay it off. Some of y'all don't listen to me. I know that. All right, but let me give you a script to help you out right now. Rewind this, write it down, call them tomorrow. Here's the script. Hi, my name is Tom. I've been a customer for 10 years. I make my payments on time and my credit score has improved. I'm currently paying 29.9% interest rate or 21% interest rate, and I like to request a lower rate. I am being offered from another particular company, which I shall not name, that is offering me a 12% interest rate. Can you match or beat that rate? That's it. That's it. If you have good history of regular payments and your credit score is improving, they'll often drop that rate by 2 to 5 percentage points on the spot before you get off the phone. Now, why would Anthony O'Neill, who hates debt, who hates leveraging debt, support this or tell you to do this? Because if you're not going to listen to me by cutting up your credit card and getting out of freaking debt, at least pay less interest. And let's say, watch this. Let's say that you are getting out of debt, because I do believe the majority of you all who rock with me are listening to me, but you need that interest rate to go down. So if you're putting it inside of your debt snowball, and if you can save yourself 5% a month, please save yourself 5% a month. Please. Because I would rather you pay 18% than 22%. I would rather you pay 15% than 18%. If the person says no, ask to speak to your supervisor. Be polite, but be persistent. Don't hang up. And if you're carrying a balance, this is even more critical, y'all. A 3% rate reduction on a $5,000 balance saves you $150. Let's talk about it, because I see it in the chat. Personal loans have been lingering right around 12% for nearly 2 years. But advertised rates now range between 6% and 9%. If you're carrying high interest credit card debt, a personal loan consolidation might make sense. And a Fed rate cut could move those costs down even further. So, here's your action items tonight. All right, your action items tonight. Make the phone call. 5 minutes. Do it. Tonight, this week, at the latest. All right, please do this. Quick word on investments, because I know some of you are wondering how tomorrow's announcement will affect our portfolio if you are investing. All right. Stock prices often react to Fed rate actions. I'm gonna be honest with you, but they're only one factor among many affecting the investing, I would say, climate. So don't panic. Don't try to time the market based on the Fed announcement tomorrow. If you're watching this tomorrow, don't try and time it, right? Here's what the experts 100% are recommending. And I did like this. If you want to stay conservative, fill your portfolio with high quality stocks that have proven themselves in all economic cycles. These are going to be some good mutual funds, index funds. If you're going to do a single stocks, companies with strong balance sheets, right? Keep your emergency fund inside the high yield savings account, not invested. That's 3 to 6 months of your net pay sitting inside of a high yield savings account, just so you can have access to it immediately. Everything else, if you intend to manage your investment portfolio, I would highly recommend that you just keep a watch on broader economic and corporate profit trends alongside the interest rates, right? Stay patient and focus on the long-term growth. Do not make emotional decisions based on short-term rate movements. I will try and do another show tomorrow as the rates come out and figure out what can we do, what's the best move for us to do as a community. But the people who win in investing are the ones who stay consistent, not the ones who jump in and out trying time after time and every time the Fed makes a decision. So tomorrow, if you're watching this tonight, the Feds are going to make the announcement. And I just wanted to really give you all the honest truth, because I see all these videos and people saying, oh my gosh, here's the positive, but here's the negative. When the Fed cuts go down, so does our money in some aspects. And I just feel as if I've never done a show, I've never done a live educating you all on what happens when rates go down. So, do I want rates to go down? Yes, but I just pray that you all take advantage of getting the higher rates on your savings account today before the rates go down, and especially before the end of the year. All right, so let me wrap this up with your action plan for the next 48 hours. I'm gonna wrap this up. All right. Today, I want you to research on open high yield savings accounts. Right. I've got the link inside the description. Go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. Those are my top three. But hey, do your own research, y'all, and figure out if there's something else out there that you can find that you like. My team and I, we do research every single week. Those are the top three in my opinion because one, it gives you the high rate, and you can lock in that rate before the Fed cuts their rates tomorrow. Two, you can get access to a checking account so you can have your money immediately. So 5 to 10 minutes of work save you and produces hundreds of dollars for you per year. This week, I want you to call your credit card companies and ask for a lower rate. Use the script I just gave you. 5 minutes, potential savings could save you thousands of dollars just from going down 3 to 5 to 2 to 5 interest points. This month, if you're paying 7% or more on your mortgage, get quotes from some refinance companies. Go to anthonyoneal.com/home refi and get the rates and see what they can do for you. But man, y'all, I just really want to jump on here. Remember, the Fed is announcing their second rate cut tomorrow, with one more coming before the end of the year. Rates are going to be dropping further. All right. The people who act fast win in this environment. The people who wait and hope for better deals, they lose money every single day. Do not wait until it is comfortable. Move right now. All right. Please move right now. Man, 1,200 of you are watching. I appreciate it. For those of you all, let me see. Is Mumu still offering $1,000 in Nvidia stock? $1,000. Hold on. Because now would be a good time to get some of that too, y'all. And I'm gonna get up out of here. I got a pack. I go to oh my gosh, yeah. So I've already told y'all about that. Any questions, y'all? Any questions, man? But I hope that this one makes sense. Like I do not want us to miss out on money. I genuinely do not want us to miss out on money. Hear me clearly, please, y'all. I do not want you to miss out on any money. We get excited when we hear rates go down, but we always have to ask two important questions. One, why is it going down? Two, how does this impact me negatively? So we already know how it impacts us in a positive way because when rates go down, it just means that borrowing money is going to be cheaper. That's it. But also, if borrowing money is going to be cheaper, then that means them borrowing our money is going to be cheaper too. And so I want to know in all aspects, and I want my community to know from all aspects, how is this going to impact us? And so I wanted to do a different kind of show to prep you for tomorrow. So when you see the rates go down, you're educated. Okay, the rate went down. Anthony was right. Now watch. Your savings account rate is going to go down. Borrowing money is going to become cheaper. Do not fall for the scam. Because what's happening is people are not borrowing money. People are losing jobs. The economy is shaking. Within the last 90 days, we had 300 black women pretty much get laid off of their jobs. The economy is suffering. So now the federal government has to be like, okay, wait, we got to shock the market. We need to put something back into the market to get it flowing again. People are losing their job. People are not borrowing as much money anymore because it's too freaking expensive. All right, let's get the people to borrow again. Do not fall for the trap. We're going to get the people to borrow and stop giving them money. Stop paying them interest so now we can receive interest. Hell no, you ain't getting me like that. No. Nah. Nah, my guy. Nah. So that's where I'm at, y'all. Listen. Audrey says, planning on buying a house. Should I refinance my credit cards? Will that affect? I mean, again, I think right now, let's see what the rate is going to do tomorrow. All right. Then from there, I would say I wouldn't buy a house in the winter months. I would wait, see what the rates are looking like in 2026. Keep looking, keep putting money inside your high yield savings account. So this way, you can keep saving towards that down payment, getting your closing costs and down payment inside. And let's just see what the rate does after our third rate goes down in by the end of this year. So then now you can go into Q1 with the strategy. You have money saved. You can get the best possible rate, right? And then now you can find a good home within your budget and you have more money to put down. That's my suggestion, right? Like my realtor told me myself. He was like, Anthony, I wouldn't buy right now. I would buy investment properties, but I would not buy your primary because the market is just not primed with the rate just yet. So that's my suggestions. Any more tips on paying debt? Manny, um, lately, y'all, I've really been on this whole tip of let me see if I have it here. Let me see if I have it here. I think this is good. How many of you all, how many of you all would love to, let's say for an example, you have $50,000 in consumer debt. And what if within a matter of 12 to 18 months, that $50,000, a company can help you get that $50,000 settled for like $28,000, like almost half off. Would you like that? Like, would you like that, honestly? If a company could help you settle your debt for about 30% lesser within about 12 to 18 months, just put yes inside of the chat if you like that. I've been doing a lot of research, man. I've really been doing a lot of research, man. All right, cool. I gotta go do that. All right, I'm on my way. Bet. All right, listen. I want you all to check out this company. All right, I called 100 debt relief companies that I called 100 of these companies, and I hated 99, 90, pretty much 98 of them. Technically 97, but 98 of them. Hold on a minute. All right, cool. Bet. Oh, I just want to make sure I'm giving y'all the right link. Hold on. All right, bet that's it right there. And this company is actually really, really good, y'all. They're really, really, really good. All right, all you gotta do is go to anthonyono.com. I'm putting this out the chat. Make sure that link works for you. It does. All right, sounds good. All you gotta do is go to anthonyono.com/debt relief. Fill out. I want you to do this. Don't pay nothing. Don't sign a contract. Here's what I want you to do. Do an interview with them this week. Just fill out the application. It's going to take you five minutes to fill out the application. Be honest with how much debt that you have. They're going to give you a call. They're going to set an appointment and give you a call and ask you some questions. I don't believe this is for everyone, but I do believe sometimes it's for some good people. Freedom Debt Relief. Freedom Debt Relief is the company that I've had some of my family members go through. And they have saved two. I don't want to lie. Two of my family members, they have saved them. One saved them about $18,000. The other one just joined within the last 2 months. They haven't saved them anything yet. Don't want to lie, because they say it takes about 12 to 18 months. But it's really, really, I'm telling y'all right now, it's solid. So I would definitely, Joanne, yes, you can definitely use this company if you already negotiated with all your credit cards. You definitely can. So here's what I'm telling y'all. If you want to pay off your debt a little bit quicker with inside of your debt snowball, it doesn't take away from your debt snowball. My suggestion is you just call. Like, don't pay them nothing. Ask them questions. There are some key questions you should be asking. Well, hey, how long do you think you all, how long do you think the program could be? What is the cost? Because there is no upfront cost. But if they save you 30%, they're going to want you to pay them something for saving you money on it. 2, 3, how is this going to impact my credit score? Is it going to impact my credit score? Right? And you got to sit back and you got to honestly ask yourself. And this is what I tell all the people who come to me and ask me this. Do not make a hasty decision and do not do it just because I suggest it. No, you got to feel good within your spirit to do it, period. Do your research. Do your research. Ask the right questions. Take 24 hours to think about it. If you're married, talk to your spouse, and think about it. Make sure that you feel good about it, right? But man, y'all, I don't want to sit here and lie to you. They have helped out my family members, and I was completely shocked with these two. And what I love is there's no upfront costs. There are no hidden fees, and they're going to tell you the truth up front if you're a good fit. Just take 5 minutes if you want to pay off your debt. If you want to save 30%, take 5 minutes, fill it out, and then schedule a call sometime this week and see where they're going. For those of you all who just joined on, when it comes to the Fed rate, please rewind it. I don't want to repeat the whole thing because I got to go because I fly out to Ghana and I haven't even finished packing yet. So, and I leave out tomorrow. All right. So I got a dope show dropping tomorrow. And I'm really, really, really excited about the show tomorrow. So check it out. Rewind from the very beginning. Don't forget, go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. Activate that higher rate while we still have a decent rate before tomorrow's announcement from the feds. And also before the third Fed cut, go to anthonyoneal.com/home refi. If you want to take advantage of the rate going down, I would refi your mortgage. The number three, if you want to save yourself some money, I would say about 30%, 20 to 30% on your current debt to get out of debt faster within inside of your debt snowball. Man, go to anthonyoneal.com/debt relief. I'll make sure I will drop that information inside of the show notes when we get off of here this evening. But I love you all. God bless you. It was nice seeing you all on tonight. Make sure to share this video and be praying for me as I am on the highway, not the highway. I'm in the air for 10 hours. But y'all, I'm gonna do a live from Dubai. I'm not stopping. Any news breaking, I'm gonna be on my phone, not in Dubai. I'm gonna be on my phone in Ghana, Africa, serving my community. Man, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up before you leave. It's 1,200 of you all watching. We got about 400 likes. If you can, please, before you leave, you can do me a favor. If you enjoyed this time, just hit that thumbs up so we can activate the algorithm on YouTube and get this out to as many as our black brothers and sisters and family members as possible. And if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and join this community, man. We're over 1 million. I think we're at like 1,019,000 subscribers. It's insane. But love you all. God bless you.